You are listening to the Space Mysteries podcast. We are in the middle of the Space LVN novel, the second series now called Strange Phenomena, which is the second novel in Anna Gale Line's Space LVN series. This is episode 18, The Parental Confrontation. If you have not subscribed, do so now, and if you are on YouTube, hit the bell to be notified of new episodes.
I get that, I confirmed, looking her up and down. Because I didn't grow up with Momma, I am extremely curious about her. The Camrys, Momma's parents, have not tried to forge a relationship until now. I would not be trying to forge one with them at all, except that Momma wanted me to, and now everyone is acting crazy. My crew is working on helping me figure this out. It must be hard to have to be in control of everything, she observed, side-eyeing me. I remember when we were kids, you always had to lead the group. You got all these children to follow you at daycare. You had this group of people that did everything you said. It must be hard to be the leader, to have to be the strong one all the time. It is hard sometimes. I am sure that it was hard, growing up where your every move was controlled. I have been abducted several times for months by the Crimson Fleet. I was abducted by them for a year, being constantly watched. They knew every move I made. It's not the same, I know, but it is as close as I can get to how you must have felt. I cannot even imagine what it would be like to be held captive by the Crimson Fleet. I was tortured and tormented, and I know how hard it is when you are an uber empath that is being held by your own race that have joined the Crimson Fleet. You are kidding, right? Indigoids serve as Crimson Fleet members? Unfortunately, yes. I thought the Alphet were bad. Tell me about them. Momma thought they were going to put a hit out on her. I think it was a tall, dark-haired man whose hair is severely brushed back, long in the back, who possesses an Anglican nose and harsh features like he'd been in the sun too long, who killed her. What makes you say that? I keep seeing him in my dreams, coming after me with a gun. The dreams only started since I came on board. That's not quite true. I had them periodically, but now I am having them every night. Sounds like Momma is trying to get you to remember who killed her. I always felt jealous of your relationship with her. You and her were closer than her and me. Al, we were 5 when she died. She loved us all the same. No, you and her had a special bond, like you just understood her more. You got more attention from her. Because I was sick a lot. She called you her princess, and you told her, but, Momma, I don't need a prince to rescue me. I am going to be my own hero. Alli gestured around the room. And I guess you did that. And a hero for other people from what I've heard. I feigned a smile. It is all a part of my jobs. I love to help other people. I love to stop criminals. I love solving crimes and commanding the LVN. I need your help, I heard my father's voice in my head. I rolled my eyes and returned in the same manner. Do you now? Alexa Camry Madrid, don't you give me that attitude. You didn't want to help me before because there were imposters running around, claiming to be Alli and me. Do you remember her now? Or is your mind still blocking her like mine did? Do you even remember Alli? Or is your mind still foggy about her existence? And hers was about us? I am trying to understand why you want help now. Because people are after me, of course. I felt fear and desperation from him. I shook my head and decided, do not treat me like I am a toddler. I am a grown woman, who can help you with the object of your fear and desperation. I am not. Are you seriously going to tell me that? I am an uber empath. I get you want to have the upper hand because you are my father, but I believe all that is happening has to do with my partner Tony and my case. I believe it is all the same case. I need you to solve it because too many of the supervisors are dying or are in hiding. I understand that. It also has to do with what happened to our Momma all them years ago. She was investigating the murders of supervisor seat holders back then. You need to stop. No, I don't, because it is going to lead us to solving this case and her murder. But more than that, it is going to give me and my siblings closure, even the twin I didn't remember I had. You don't talk about Momma at all. I learned more about my mother from my godfather than from you. Wait, you have been talking to Johnny Raymini, the man who got her killed. You need to stop talking to him. He is dangerous. He is one of my contacts. I do not know what you are talking about. My friend Jessa has been friends with him for decades. If he wouldn't have convinced her to become a federal agent, she would not be dead. I am pretty sure you are misinformed, but that will all come out in time. Can I come and hide out on the LVN? Depends. Are you going to cause trouble with Johnny? He brought me Mama's journals. If you hide me out and figure this all out, I won't have to. If you find he was innocent all along, I will even apologize to him. Okay, then, just be aware that all entrances on board are scanning for imposters. Very good. I will be there shortly. I do remember your twin now. I started remembering after our last conversation. If you see her, can you tell her I am sorry? She is on board. You can tell her yourself. I look forward to seeing her again. I looked around the room and said, our father is on his way. He wants us to hide him out. To Alli, I added, he remembers you now and wants to see you. To Johnny, I continued, he knows you are on board and promises not to cause trouble. He confirmed you are our godfather, but he thinks you got Mama killed. Of course, he does. He did not know her like I did. He didn't know that being a federal agent was her dream since she was a kid. It was to be in law enforcement, really, Johnny returned, rolling his eyes, but still, I did not convince her to be a federal agent. She had a mind of her own. She was not going to be easily persuaded by a man to derail her career goals. I nodded. I told him he could not hide out here if he was going to cause trouble. He said that if I prove that you did not get her killed, he will apologize. I would love to see that. I thought you might, I agreed, putting my hand on my stomach. It felt as if I were riding a tsunami. I ran toward the facilities, where I spent the next few minutes emptying my stomach. I cleaned up and then headed back into the room. I felt extreme concern from Johnny, Alli and Drew. I don't know if it is the cracked skull, the Revantio or just morning sickness. Drew charged. Why don't you get back in bed? Then we will find out. I moved back to the bed and sat, pulling my legs back onto it. I slid back until I met the headboard of the bed. I held out my arm, watching as he hooked me up to the Diane monitor. He studied my readings for a moment before he assessed, your electrolytes are off due to vomiting, and you look like you are dehydrated and could use some food. Why don't I call up to Obsidian and ask them to bring down drinks and sandwiches? Tony volunteered, moving to the doors. I'll go. Just tell me what you want, and I will bring it down. Just different types of sandwiches and lemonade and cola, I responded, then turned to the group and decided, he cannot be away from Abby this long. I bid, watching Tony disappear out the doors. Drew, can you pour me some water? You really should take it easy for the rest of the day, Drew advised me, pouring me a glass of water. He handed it to me. Run your shift from here or our bedroom. I drained the water and set the cup on the nightstand and uttered, okay. Because you know a lot of things are happening in your body. Did you say okay? Drew questioned, studying me. You look like my wife, but that is not something she would say. He looked over my readings again. You don't appear to be in any danger, but you would have to be to agree. You compromised. You didn't ask me not to work. You asked me to run my shift from bed. I am feeling drained emotionally and physically, and, for Sophie's sake, I agreed. My brain is on overload. We need to figure out what of all that is happening is actually related to this case. I shook my head and decided. I am going to lie down for a few minutes. I disappeared down the corridor and into Drew and my bedroom. Alexa, I heard Mama whisper in my ear. I looked up into her eyes. I remained silent as I searched them. Tell Johnny I'm sorry. He is one of the good guys. You know that though. I nodded. My godfather has been a good contact to me. She nodded, then continued. The answer is in my journals, and in your computer system. They left calling cards when they gained control. Have your chief engineer look into that. I will, I returned, pulling myself into an upright position. Mama sat on the edge of the bed. That chief medical officer of yours, my husband. Yes, he needs to do complete physicals on those who appear to have a being in them. Cellular level scans. He will discover the truth. We need to sort out what belongs to this case and throw out what doesn't. It all belongs to this case. It is all connected. I took a ragged breath. That's what I am afraid of. She touched my hand and decided, it will be fine. Also, Alli and your dad remember things from that day. The day I wait for them to remember. Dad said he wasn't there. Ignoring me, she persisted, and make sure none of the supervisor's seat holders on board are seen in public. The vacation house is yours, but you might consider letting Alli live there until she figures out what she is going to do. I thought she'd just stay here with Abby and me. She's never had time to herself to figure things out. Here she would have places to go and things to do and wouldn't have the time for the soul reflection she needs. But shouldn't she be with family? Near a psychiatrist in case she needs to work on what she has been through. I might need a psychiatrist after finding out she was taken for my gifts. She was taken because she was the child I had with me. Plain and simple. No other motives. It is because of what she saw, and you cannot rescue her like you do everyone else in your life. You have to let her be. I see. Alexa, I didn't mean anything by that. No, it was your tone, and I can feel the emotions you were feeling when you said it. I am sorry that is what I do. I am sorry that I had to be there for my siblings, be Aiden and Abby's maternal figure. I rescued Dad from that wicked stepmother wannabe. I have rescued countless people from harm. I will just sit on the sidelines and let your murder never be solved. I will just sit on the sidelines and let the supervisors continue to get killed. She took my hands and said, I am sorry. All I meant by that is you are too much like me. You rescue everyone. I understand that you are concerned that I rescue everyone, but that is my job. I am a commander, a federal agent and a mother. You cannot ask me not to rescue people. All I am saying is Alli needs space. She needs time to wrap her head around being a part of this family, and Drew is hiding something from you. Then she disappeared.
You have been listening to the Space Tastic Mysteries podcast. If you'd like to learn more about Anagale, you can go to anagaleLines.com. It's ANAGAILLYNES.com. And there you can download the first book in the Space LVN series called The Last Chance Station for free. You can also buy her other science fiction books on the website, Amazon, BN.com, Lulu, and many other online outlets. Also sign up for the newsletter to keep updated as to what's going on in the world of the Anagale Lines podcast, her motivational podcast that helps women live significant lives, and Space Static Mysteries podcast. Follow her on social media, Lady Anagale on TikTok, Anagale Lines on Twitter, and Anagale Lines Artist on Instagram. Join our Facebook page at facebook.com/author Anagale. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being you.